Hello and welcome to Lovely Day Knits. I'm Eleisha and here we chat all things knitting. So on today's episode we are chatting all things sock plans for this year, what I'm planning to knit for socks. I've never actually knitted a pair before, so I've been scouring the internet on the perfect socks to knit, and I've gone from about a billion different designs down to 10 designs. So I'm pretty proud of myself for getting it down to 10. It was so hard. I didn't realize how many beautiful sock designs there were out there and how many sock designers there were. It was incredible to just go through them all. So this is kind of what I've got it down to, is the 10 sock designs. I'll see if I can get them done this year in between sweaters and other garments. But we're going to go with 10 today and hopefully I can get them all done this year. But we'll see. I actually have some sock needles coming in the mail. They were supposed to be here for this video, but unfortunately got a little bit delayed, but that's fine. I'll just start on them next week. I've got plenty of other whips that I can work on at the moment. First things first, today is super exciting because we have a yarn giveaway from my favorite yarn of all time. The beautiful Kristen from Skein Yarn has provided some sock yarn for one of you lucky viewers. And here she is in all her glory. Isn't this the most stunning skein of yarn you've ever seen? This is from her crystal collection and it is hand dyed. It's it's absolutely stunning. It's 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. So we've got this skein and it's like socks. So you've got the little mini skein here and then the beautiful big one. Oh, the colours. The colours. I went into her shop and we were chatting and stuff, and she wanted to give one of you guys one of these. And so we like pulled out the box that she had all the yarns in to find the perfect colour that I think everyone would absolutely love. So I think these will come up beautifully in a pair of socks. So to enter for this one, stay tuned to the end and I will tell you how to enter to win this beautiful yarn. So let's get into some sock patterns. The first one I have been looking at, or when I say looking at, I mean I've already bought the pattern because it was like 20% off when it first came out, is the Drifter Socks by Aamunkoi. These ones are knit up on fingering 4-ply yarn on 2.25mm needles, and it comes from like a size children's to an adult's, which is awesome. But the thing that drew me to these socks were that there are 14 color work charts that you can use throughout the sock so that it's like completely customizable to whatever you want. So you can use like your scrap yarn, you can use like leftovers, and you can customize it so every single sock would be different. She also does like mix match socks as well. So like one sock will be a bunch of different colors and then the other sock will be a bunch of different colors, which I thought was just such a fun idea, especially if you've got a lot of like leftover yarns and scrap yarns laying around. Then I thought that was just a brilliant idea, and they look so cozy for winter. I'm very excited for these ones. These ones are worked top down in the round with the color work motif all the way through. It's just such a beautiful and genius design too, because she gives you all the charts and says just go for it, just make them your own. I actually don't have much 4-ply fingering yarn yet, so these probably won't be my first socks that I knit up because I'm going to wait for some garments that I get some leftover wool from. I don't want to go and buy some like brand new wool because I want them different colors. Like I want all the color work charts different colors because I think that would be really fun. But I don't want to go and buy like all these different colors of 4-ply yarn when I don't need to, when I can just buy some 4-ply yarn for other garments and then just use the scraps off that. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting to get some yarn from some other projects so that I can then start knitting on these ones. So these won't be my first ones, but they are 100% happening because I've already bought the pattern and I'm just so excited about these ones. Fiorita. So the next socks are the Fiorita Socks by Marie Eve Wedge. She's also known as In Her Skein on Instagram, so I'll have her linked below. But these ones are just so beautiful with these beautiful like floral motif going down it. They're done up in 4-ply or fingering weight yarn on 2.25mm needles, and there are 6 different sizes available. She wanted to try and capture the spring and the blooms and the flowers and things, so that's what the motif is all about there, and I just think it's absolutely stunning and would just be so much fun, just that little bit of color work in there. She also uses a hand dyed yarn, so I'm thinking I actually got myself a hand dye yarn from Skein as well. So this is my beautiful yarn that I'm going to knit a pair of socks in. I'm thinking that it might be nice with these socks, like this for the body of the sock and then this for the little motif. Maybe, I don't know. I've never knitted socks before, so it's really quite hard to tell. So if you've got any suggestions or you think this would look good in this sock or not. I've never actually knitted with like the hand dyed like this before, so I'm just in my head I'm envisioning that it would look stunning in this pattern, or should I go more of a plain sock? I'm not too sure. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. If you've done socks before or worked with this kind of yarn before, let me know your thoughts. This one's worked from the top down with an anatomical toe, and you can choose to have like a ribbed edge or a little picket edge. I've never done a picket edge before, and I thought that this would be a really fun way to kind of like introduce myself to that. So I think it just adds that little bit of extra feminineness to the sock as well. And like when it's poking out of your shoe, I think that would just be absolutely gorgeous, just having this little picket edge. So this could be my very first sock that I make. I'm thinking it might be, because if I've already got the yarn for it, see how we go. I'm so excited to put these on my needles. The next socks are the Calm Down Socks by Isabella Clarke, also known as 100 Acre Wool. These ones just look so comfy and squishy and like perfection for winter, just like walking around your home in these beautiful comfy socks, or cozied up on a couch with those beautiful oversized socks. They're kind of like leg warmers on the top, and I just thought that was such a fun idea, and they just look so cozy, and so they're definitely on my list. She did them up in unspun yarn, but you can also use other yarn. You can also use fingering or 4-ply yarn as well, and knit up on 2.5mm needles, and there's 3 sizes available. So this one is also worked top down and in the round with a heel flap and decreases to create a really perfectly comfortable heel. Just the slouchy leg warmer vibe that makes me want to curl up with a hot chocolate in front of like a fireplace and just be sipping. It just gives that vibe, and I feel like I just need these for winter. These ones will probably be on my needles very soon as well. Maybe the second one, or maybe they're actually a bit easier than the motif, so maybe I'll give these ones a go first. I'm not too sure. There's too many to choose from. The Hibernal Socks by Summer Lee. She does some beautiful, beautiful work, and she actually has YouTube as well, and she's so funny. I actually really love watching her on YouTube. These ones are knit up with DK 8-ply yarn, which is really great because I feel like I've got a lot of leftover DK yarn at the moment. I just knitted a sweater and I've got a ton of it left over, so I feel like these will be really good to kind of get through my stash and use up a lot of that DK yarn. They are knit up on 3.25mm needles, and there are 3 sizes available. These ones work cuff down and in the round. They've got these beautiful mock cables running down the whole foot with like ribbing in between. She says that they're really easy to memorize, so I thought this would be a really fun one. Might even be more of like a mindless one to work on as well, with a little bit of interest rather than just stockinette stitch the whole time. So I thought I'd give these ones a go. They look really fun. They look really squishy as well, and I love the texture in them. It's just a beautiful knit, so yeah, I want to give these ones a go. Not sure when I'm going to get them done, but they will be really fun, and I think they'll be a great stash buster. I've actually got this pink yarn here. I've got like a whole ball left over from the Stitcher sweater that I just knit up, which the vlog is coming out next week, so stay tuned for that one. But I've got this whole DK ball left over, so I thought socks actually might be good in this because it's got a bit of nylon in it as well. I thought it would be kind of nice in a design like this. It's got little flecks through it, so I might use that. I might not. I'm not too sure. We'll see what happens. I probably have some leftover yarn of some other DK weight as well. So yes, I'm super excited about these ones, and she's got so many beautiful designs. So it was really hard to choose just one, but I needed a plan, so here we are. The next two are from the same designer, and she does some beautiful work. I absolutely love her. I just found her on Instagram actually. She's known as the Woolen Garden on Instagram. Her name is Anja Human, and she does some beautiful sock work. I couldn't decide between the two. One is like a longer pair and the other one's a shorter pair. So I just added them both in because I need them both. The first ones though are the Cat Love Socks, and I love cats. I've got my beautiful boy. He's lying right here, right next to me. He sleeps next to me all the time. I couldn't fit him in the frame, but I just needed something to represent my beautiful boy. And oh, these socks are just absolutely gorgeous, and I love the color that she's done them in as well. So I think I might have to go along the brown scheme of things with these colors. They are just the most beautiful and cute socks, and I just had to have them. So these ones will probably be on my top priority list as well. These are knit up on fingering 4-ply yarn on 2.5mm needles and are available in 3 different sizes. So these ones are worked cuff down with the heel flap and gusset, and they have 2 different color work sections. So the very top with the cat and then one on the heel as well. And the foot size is actually adjustable as well, which is really handy. These ones would actually be really cool as gifts as well with anyone that's like a cat owner. So this would be perfect project for that. If you've got like someone's birthday coming up and you're like, oh, what do I knit them? They love cats. Let's do a pair of cat socks. That sounds amazing. But yes, these are my top priority socks. If not first, then definitely second, because these are just perfection. The next one of her design is the little wave socks, and I loved these ones because they are a shorter sock, so they don't go all the way up. They kind of like just finish at your ankles, and they were just so cute. I really loved them. And sometimes you don't want the sock to poke out of your shoe, so you just need something like a little bit for like joggers or something. Not that I would wear hair knit socks with joggers probably. Oh, maybe, I don't know. But yes, just needed something like a bit of a shorter one because all the other socks I wanted to knit are very long because I want to see them poking out of boots and things. You put in all that work and you want to show them off. These ones are knit up in fingering 4-ply yarn with 2.5mm needle, and there are 3 different sizes available. These ones are also knit from the cuff down and with a heel flap and gusset. I just loved the little edging along the cuff there. It's like, oh, it's so cute. And then I love the heel as well. I like that it's a different color. It's the same color as the toe, and then we've got that just that little bit of color work on the end of the toe, which just gives it that little bit of interest without it being like too over the top. It's nice and simple, but it's just got those few little details that I think just make it stand out and would just be such a cute sock to wear around. And I'm really excited to put these ones on my needles. The cat ones are definitely priorities, but these ones are up there too. They're pretty up there, so we'll see where they come in. So for the next ones, you've more than likely heard of them. They are the Herding Hen Socks by Stone Knits. She has the most beautiful, colorful, creative socks. Like, they are just gorgeous, and she's got like every animal under the sun. I also own chickens. I have 12 gorgeous little chickens, and so these were just perfection. I had to have these ones. They are knit up on light fingering or 3-ply yarn on 2.5mm needles, and there's 3 different sizes available. So these ones are worked top down with short row heels, and they've got stranded color work all the way through them. The cool thing about this design as well is not only do you get color work for chickens, you also get a color work chart for the little chicks as well. So you kind of get 2 different socks in one, and I just think that's the most beautiful thing. So my plan for this one is to knit a row dedicated to each one of my chickens. I've got 12 chickens and there are 6 rows on each sock. So that means a whole row can be dedicated to one of my chickens. I've got various different breeds and various different colors. So I think this will just be so much fun and like a nice way to personalize the chickens as well. I think she said you can add in the eyes while you're actually doing the stranded color work, or you can duplicate stitch them afterwards as well. So I thought that was a cool option. Haven't done duplicating stitching just yet, but it looks pretty fun to do. So that might be easier than trying to do it like 3 different colors in strand color work. I don't know, see how we go. But yeah, these are just the most fun socks, and I'm just gonna go all out there with the color. She does have these in brown socks, So I think I might do a brown background with all my different chicken colors. I'm so excited. This will be so much fun. So the next ones are the Storsand Socks. I think that's how you pronounce it, by Sari Nautilin. These ones look like a bit of a challenge, so I might do these further down in the year, but they are absolutely stunning. It's got this beautiful wave stripes all the way through it with these gorgeous lace as well. I absolutely loved these, fell in love, so they need to be on the list. They're knit up with light fingering or 3-ply yarn with 2.5mm needles, and there's 2 sizes available. They are knit from the cuff down with round French heels. They're also reinforced heels as well, so I thought that was really cool for like durability and stuff. But these are just the most beautiful, delicate lace designs, and I think you could have so much fun with the different colors in this as well. The ones she shows have 3 different colors in them, but you can also do them with 2 different colors. So I think this would be really great for leftover yarn as well. It's probably what I'll be using it for, so I might save this one for a little bit later because it looks a bit more complicated than the rest of them, but I thought these would look so gorgeous popping up out of boots and things, and just a little bit more delicate. So these were just so much fun and just beautiful, elegant design, and I'm really excited to put these on my needles. So hopefully they won't be too long, but I dare say I'll do a bunch others before this one, but they are gonna happen this year. I'm counting on it. These next ones only just found a few days ago. They are the Cromulent Socks by Lauren Rad. These are just gorgeous. They're so different to all the other designs that I've seen online, or I feel anyways. Like the top of them look really squishy but really delicate at the same time, and I just think these would be absolutely stunning to wear around in some boots or different shoes. Definitely a showstopper, like one that you have to wear outside of your shoe to actually show them off. So I think this one would be really awesome. Thin it up on sports weight or 5-ply yarn on a 3.5mm needle, and there's 3 different sizes available. These ones are knitted cuff down, and they've got a twisted 1x1 ribbing on it, which just looks so beautiful. They have this really beautiful texture on the heel, and it's called the Eye of the Partridge texture. I just think that looks so beautiful, but it actually reinforces the heel as well. So it's practical and it's beautiful. 2 in 1, gotta love that. This is just an absolute showstopper. I think all the details with the heel and then like throughout the ankle all the way to the foot, all those beautiful textures and lace and stuff is just absolutely gorgeous. So I think these are just stunning, and I can't wait to put these on my needles as well. I gotta find the perfect yarn for it, I think. I think a nice brown or a beige would look really good in this. So yes, I'm very excited to get these ones on my needles. So the last ones, but certainly not least, because I've had these socks in my Ravelry favorites for so long. They're the, I have to read this one, the Aamunkoi Socks by Ronya Hakaletto. She has the most beautiful Instagram. I absolutely adore her Instagram account. She's got beautiful photos and her designs are just stunning. I've got so many of them I want to knit up. I've got a sweater of hers that I'm going to knit up very shortly. I'm just ordering wool for it, so I'm very excited for that. But these socks are just absolutely stunning. They've got like the cables and then the little baubles, and they just look so fluffy and comfortable, and oh, they're just perfect. So these are knit up on 8-ply or DK weight with 3.5mm needles, and there are 2 sizes available. There's no mention of the construction on Ravelry, but I'm assuming just cuff down. I'm not too sure. But I really liked the ribbed edging along the cuff and that you could fold it down too. I think that's a really nice, unique look, and it just complements those cables really well. There are just so many different textures going on in this sock, and I think it just adds so much interest and cushiness to the sock. And because they're in DK, I think they're going to be perfect for winter. So they're definitely up there. It's winter now in Australia, so I think I'll be knitting these up pretty soon as well. It'll be a bit more of a challenge with all the different things going up. I've never knit up any of those like little ball things. I don't know what you call them. I've never knit up any of those, so that'll be a fun challenge as well. But these ones I definitely have to give a go because they've been on my favorites list for so long, and I'm really excited to give these ones a try. I've always got DK lying around, and I've always got leftovers of DK, so I've actually got this orange that I used in the stitches as well. I've got this one and then like a whole other ball of it as well. So I'm thinking this might actually look really good in this sock, so I might use that up, and I think this would be really nice because it's nice and squishy. It is 100% wool though, so I'm not sure how that goes with socks. If anyone's knit with just 100% wool, let me know. I'm not too sure. I'm just really excited to knit these ones up. Okay, that is the beautiful sock lineup for today. So the most exciting thing is how you win this beautiful skein of yarn by Skein Yarn Australia. So all you have to do to enter for this beautiful skein of yarn is to comment below in this video and tell me your sock plans, what's on your needle's neck for socks, and yeah, that's all you have to do. I will draw the winner out for my vlog next week. So it's the Stitches vlog coming out next Friday. So stay tuned for that one. I'm very excited to give this to you, and make sure you tune in to my Stitches sweater vlog next week to find out if you won this glorious yarn. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to see more podcasts like this, knitting inspiration, vlogs, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.